Good morning, my diamonds and my Teletubbies. This morning, I want to talk about the difference between soul food versus junk food and fast food. And let me explain that. When I make videos, my videos are like soul food. It's nourishing, useful, real, and always very educational, and it leaves you full in your spirit. But then it could be really frustrating when you watch a lot of these foolish videos. They are a lot like people who's giving you fast food and junk food. And it's frustrating. It might look good for a moment, but it's empty. It has no value. And in the end, it does more harm than good. Let's think about it. You have people getting all of these views and subscribers, and they're shaking their behind, teaching you how to twerk, calling children and calling women BITCHs and 304s and calling people out of their name. And that to me is just ridiculous. And yet you see these videos, they get these major views, and I'm not speaking out of jealousy, I'm speaking out of concern. The world and the algorithms are pushing that kind of foolishness to the front like it's something worth celebrating. Meanwhile, messages that lift people up, motivate and inspire, and that teach you self-respect, and that gives you hope, and that speaks the truth, they don't get the same recognition. Instead, they're encouraging women to stay in abusive relationships like that's something to glorify. And people watch it by the thousands, even the millions. But just like fast food and junk food, all of that nonsense is going to leave you sick, broken, and empty. Now, I try to make my content always to be soul food. It feeds your mind, your heart, and your soul. It gives you something that will last, not just entertainment for just a few minutes and leave you worse off than you were before. And this day and age, not a lot of people are concerned about this. People aren't focused on the things that truly matter. They're chasing all of this flashy, superficial, shallow nonsense. They care more about looking good, saying fake and phony things, or getting attention than actually being real, honest, and giving meaningful content. Think about it. As a content creator, you are, whether you like it or not, an influencer. So when you think about, we have our children, the millennials, Generation Z, and now we have the Alpha generation looking at all of these things, all of this junk food and fast food, and it's going to take a toll. There's going to be consequences. So I don't want us to get caught up in that type of thing. We have to value substance over the noise. You even have people on social media promoting THC, smoking weed, like that's something cool to do. When people smoke weed, the main chemical that affects the brain is called THC. THC can make you feel relaxed or high, but it also changes how your brain works, especially the parts that deal with thinking, focus, and reality. Let me tell you about what's happening. Psychosis and paranoia. I've heard several people say the reason they stopped smoking is because they were starting to develop paranoia. It makes people see or hear things that aren't real, or feel like everyone is out to get them. That's called psychosis. And some people get paranoia, which is extreme fear or suspicion about what other people are doing. And then studies have shown you have a schizophrenia risk. People who have a family history of schizophrenia or other mental health issues are more at risk. However, THC can trigger these conditions earlier or make symptoms even worse. And then you have a lot of people who are developing ADD. They're having a problem focusing because THC can make it harder to pay attention. It makes it hard to remember things or control your impulses. So over time, it can feel like your brain is slower or less organized. So basically, the more THC people use, the more it stresses the brain, especially in teenagers and young adults whose brains are still developing. As we know, your brain has not fully developed until you at least 25 or 26 years of age. And this is why we are seeing more and more cases of paranoia, psychosis, and attention problems. Now, about these YouTube videos, people want videos, okay, between 8 and 12 minutes because that's what we're working with pretty much with the attention, because that's the, I don't know, sweet spot for the algorithms and ad revenue. So I just want to focus on giving you healthy content and things that are useful. And I want to give you information that's helpful. I want you with the best because I feel that, hey, come on. If you're rolling with SheilaTruelove, baby, you got to be one of the best. At least one of the best. So let me just ask you a question. And if you're still listening, please, if you're still watching this video and you find this information to be helpful, please hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. But my question to you is, good info, good information or bad information, what's on your plate? Soul food or junk food or fast food for your mind? Which one do you think should win? I'm going to leave you with that question, and I want you to have a great day. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.